Wheel the real Cornell Gunter's Coasters. Please stand up.
Are you one of the more than 100 million people who in the 1950s bought the hit record Yakety Yak? This was the first of many hits that this group has done through the years. They're still as wild and raucous as ever. Here they are, Cornell Gunter and the Coasters, right here.
She comes on like a rose, and everybody knows. Well, she gets you in the hut, yeah. You better not touch poison ivy, yeah. Poison ivy, yeah. Hey, that night I want to sleep with poison ivy, creeping around. She pretty as a 5-5-4-4 bum. I smell smoke in the auditorium. Charlie Brown, he's a clown. That Charlie Brown, he's gonna get caught. Just you wait and see. But why is everybody always picking on me? That Tim's always writing on the walls. Yeah, who's always scooping in the halls? Who's always throwing spitballs? Yes, you, me, yeah, you. Take out the papers and the trash, or you don't get no spending cash. If you don't stop that kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety-yak. Don't talk like you just put on your coat and hat. Yeah, walk yourself in the laundry mat. Yeah, when you finish doing that, bring in the dog and put out the cat. Yakety-yak. Yakety-yak, 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 yakety-yak.
Take out the papers and the trash.
In the 1950s, exploded onto the scene a popular singing group that influenced rock and roll that to this day, its music is still as popular as it was when it originally hit.
Yakety yak.
Don't talk back.
Just finished cleaning up your room. Let's see that dust fly with that broom. Get all that garbage out.
This group, the Coasters, known as the Clown Princes of Rock and Roll, catapulted to the top with such tunes as Yakety Yak, Charlie Brown, Surgeon, Poison Ivy, and Youngblood, and was the first group to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1987.
I've been searching. I'm searching. Oh yeah, searching every which way. Oh yeah.
After an airplane incident, and certain members of the Coasters decided they no longer wanted to fly, evolved Cornell Gunter's Coasters.
Searching every which way. Beep, beep, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4.
Cornell, Charlie, and Edwin, based out of Las Vegas, Nevada, enjoyed performances all over the world, from Bangkok, Thailand, to the Bahamas, to their home turf, from the showroom stage to television. They shared a stage with such greats as Frank Sinatra, Jerry Lewis, Dionne Warwick, Tiny Tim, and The Temptations.
Why is everybody always picking on me?
In 1989, Cornell Gunter and his Coasters had begun recording their comeback album at Paramount Studios in Los Angeles, California, which included the tune Close Your Eyes. Little did they know that Cornell would be closing his eyes, tragically murdered in Las Vegas, Nevada in February 1990.
The murder of Cornell Gunter, the lead singer of the Coasters. Gunter, who was found slumped over the steering wheel of his car on Monday, had been shot twice in the chest. Gunter's friends are wondering what went wrong. Caroline Blakely reports.
Take out the papers and the trash, or you don't get no spending cash. If you don't...
Songs like Yakety Yak from the Coasters still get their play today. The Coasters soared to the top of the charts in 1958. 4 years later, the group broke up and singer Cornell Gunter went out on his own. Today, Cornell Gunter was shot to death while driving his car in North Las Vegas.
The men who formed the rest of the group, the Coasters, will join us live in a few minutes for our interview segment. Joining us now in the studio are Charlie Dunker and Edwin Cook, the Coasters. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We know that you are grieving. Do you know anything about what might have led to yesterday's murder?
No, I don't have the slightest idea. I was just as shocked as everybody was. No, we had just returned from an engagement in Madera, California, and the next thing I heard was Cornell Gunter was shot, and just thought it was a hoax or something, you know. We didn't know what to think about it.
You've both been talking to the police. What kinds of questions have they been asking you?
But it's the same question that you just asked. Do we have any idea, any motive, anyone that was in any kind of feud or had a discussion with him, something of that nature, you know? How much money did he have on him? Was robbery the reason? And I cannot say honestly, I have no idea. I cannot believe anyone would do anything to Cornell like that. If you knew him, had been a part of him, there's no way you can get that angry to do something to him like that.
Yesterday, your manager told us on Eyewitness News at 6 that Las Vegas had sort of burned out Cornell Gunter. What did he mean by that? And then what's your sense of it?
Basically, we perform here in Las Vegas quite frequently, you know, and so everybody don't come to Vegas, so a lot of people thought the Coasters had gone extinct or something. So now we were trying to reach out to the public on the East Coast and doing different tours to bring the Coasters name back. And currently we were coming out with a new album trying to revive the name Cornell Gunter and the Coasters.
We had understood that perhaps he was in debt. Could that have been a factor?
No.
I doubt it.
Only one person he owed, that was me, and that was $20, so you know that's not a reason. But really, no, that's false, that's a lie. No way he was in debt.
The new recordings and your manager said that there was a film in the works. You were on the verge of some kind of big step.
Two of the records that will be released in a movie. A movie had been accepted by a movie which will be released, I think, the 1st of October, somewhere in the area.
What happens to you guys now?
Good question. We just got to regroup and try and figure out which route to take. I'm sure Cornell would have wanted us to go on, you know, but we just don't know from now. Right now, we just have to pay our respects to Cornell and try and go forward from here.
Pretty tough guy to replace, though.
Oh, you can't replace a guy like that.
He's a legend, you know.
Can you still use the name Coasters legally without Cornell?
Well, it's hard to say right now.
That's why we
have to discuss that.
We got to go through all the legal aspect and everything. We're going to sit down and discuss, you know, within the next week or so, we'll determine what we're going to do, really.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us, gentlemen.
My pleasure. Thank you.
May 27, 1990, Shirley Gunter, executor of Cornell's estate, signed over Cornell Gunter's Coasters to Charles Duncan and Edwin Cook, giving them full legal rights. They were still in demand and contracts needed to be fulfilled. In June 1993, a federal district court, state of Nevada, county of Clark, city of Las Vegas, awarded Edwin Cook and Charles Duncan the name Cornell Gunter's Coasters, citing common law rights as the basis of this decision. Now presenting Cornell Gunter's Coasters featuring Edwin Cook.
What's your name?